How cute is that pocket that I created? She has peace in her life for sure. Hello, hello, hello. So, I recently just quickly made a mess on my desk saving um, parchment paper here. So, of course, in the crafting world, we don't let anything go to waste. So, I'm going to make a quick little pocket to put inside of a journal that I recently made as well. This is a little bit more colorful than what I would want to put into the journal, but that is okay. I'm going to make it work for what I want. Just gonna rip that up there a little bit. I have to make sure I keep some paper down because if not, my desk will blind your eyeballs. Your eyeballs. That's what I said. Eyeballs. Okay. And just getting a rough tear of the paper here. I'm not doing any exact measurements or anything, just laying the cardstock over this and giving it a nice pull. Whew. I tell you, why is paper like stronger when you don't want it to be strong? And then when you're like cooking or something with parchment paper, it just falls apart. Life. Okay, so this is the part that I am working with. I want to rip this a little bit. I don't like that sticking out. And of course, this is not perfect around the edges, and that's okay. I really do like this as a good clean base for a background. And I know a lot of people probably wouldn't think about putting kind of like a transparent backing or something like that on a tuck spot, a pocket or something. But I don't know. I'm feeling creative. I'm feeling like we need to try something new. I will try it out for you, and you can let me know if you like it and if you decide to use the idea. In a world where there's really not much original creativity anymore. It's always inspired by, and that's totally okay. I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm just, I do try to do things that I typically don't see, is what I'm saying. That's all. Because I get inspired by a lot of people. There's definitely a whole list of YouTubers that I watch, and they are my inspiration for doing things. I watch them, and they definitely get my creative juices going. So I totally appreciate being inspired by others. Sorry. Okay. So while my glue gets prepped, I'm gonna figure out how I want this to lay out. This cardstock has a really nice texture on that side, so I do want to utilize that. Where's my... Okay. If you're new to punching holes, this cool little thing on the side does tell you where the center of that punch is. So you just place your cardstock there and make sure it's lined up on either side. And away you go. And now we have a little thumb notch. And that's pretty much a clear indicator that this is going to be a pocket, and that gives it easier access to hold things in and out. So let's go ahead and get some glue on this edge. Now I don't, I'm trying to remember, and now that I've glued this line here, my creativity sparked, and I was like, oh no, I should have like done some stamping or something on here to utilize the fact that I am using parchment paper, and you know, it's kind of transparent. If I would have put probably like a black stamped image or stencil or something down there, it probably would have shown through. So I guess that'll happen next time. Next time, guys. But that's how creativity works. Sometimes you just don't think about things until it's too late, and then you hope you can remember it the next time. Okay, I need to add a little bit more glue down there. I guess I went too light-handed on the glue here. Okay. Now, when you're gluing kind of like two pieces of paper together, I definitely suggest that you take your whole hand and just kind of smooth it out. If not your hand, you can always grab a squeegee or something. I don't feel like grabbing it. Yeah, I did not put enough glue on here. Oh wait, parchment paper. That's right, parchment paper and glue. It may not stick. This is still a silicone glue, so I'm probably going to have to sew around here. That's what I was trying to point out earlier. I've never used Fabri-Tac on parchment paper, so I didn't know if this was going to stick or not. So yeah, and I definitely think there's going to be a problem with that adhering to each other. So give me one moment. I'm going to bring out the sewing machine. I will be right back. Okay, so I got that sewed up. A lovely little zigzag stitch there to give it a little bit more personality. I really do love these colors. This is good. And I've decided that I'm going to use my brand new aged mahogany distress oxide. That was my first time using this, other than doing like a little swatch here. So excited. I don't really have a color theme for their journal that this is going to be going in, but I definitely think it's like a grunge theme, so I am totally using earth tones, precious stone tones, things like that. Just ink this up really good, or as little as you want. I'm extra, so I'm gonna give that a good rub to get that ink nice and loaded and prepped for the future. Okay. Oh wow. Wow. Okay. I am impressed with this color. I'm so glad that it has kind of like earthy type rusty kind of feel to it. This is separating some a bit. I don't mind that. It's once again just going to, as a matter of fact, let's utilize that, right? Because that's going to give it a little bit of a of effect as well. I think there's this lady called Crafty Cat. I've seen her videos on Facebook. I'm pretty sure she has TikTok and things like that. I don't know if she has YouTube or not, but when I'm seeing her create, she kind of, well, not kind of, she definitely does not lay things down super, super straight, super, super accurate. You know, she'll let things kind of fold over and wrinkle up, and like her things come out amazing all of the time. Um, you know, she is definitely good at doing that grunge style technique. Okay, and I want this to be a little bit more blendy here. And I'm also going to bring this color completely in, but I'm going to do it light-handed because I don't want it, I really don't want this to be pink. So now that I kind of have, let me see if I can blend this out a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. So that's the cool thing about these oxides. The blendability is like none other. You could blend and blend and blend, and it just looks so good. Alright, so now I'm just going to take my brush that's kind of been used and abused at this point and just go over the full center of it just to knock that pink color out. Okay, and there we go. I don't even know if like you can really see and appreciate this color through the lens. I mean, honestly, it's so beautiful. So we could call this done, but we're not going to do that because, like I said, I am extra. And I have all of these beautiful new colors. So, yeah. And actually, I think I want to... Give me one moment. Let me see about a color. But I do want to do a little bit of a mixing with some colors. Maybe. Okay, so I am thinking of one of these four. We have chipped sapphire, weathered wood, pumice stone, and brushed corduroy. Oh man, I almost want to think that pumice stone and weathered wood would maybe be too light. And then, of course, if you mix purple and red together, you're gonna, I'm sorry, blue and red together, you're gonna get purple. But if this is kind of like dried, I may not get purple. I may get like a nice rusty aged color. And actually, while I'm here debating on some things, I want to, I dropped my water bottle. So give me one moment. Okay. So since I have this here, I want to try something. I'm just going to squirt a couple of dots there and there. Squirt a couple of dots. Okay. And that's it, I do believe. I'm going to come in and take a dry rag that has been used and abused and just lay this here and grab that water. And it should leave some like spattered effect if I did this properly. I did. Sort of. I can see it. See there, the oxidation kicked in and it removed some of that ink. Okay. All right, it's not too wet, so I think I can continue on without it being a problem. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to give it a little something before I added another color to it. So I'm gonna just go ahead and go in with the chipped sapphire. I'm cleaning off my brush a little bit. I don't have enough brushes for every color that I have right now. So we're going to go in here and get a nice amount of ink on this brush. I typically do not clean my brushes. I will leave them loaded and I will let that ink sit in there, and I will use them on edges for aging techniques and whatnot. But since I don't have a brush for every color, unfortunately I had to clean that off, so I didn't contaminate the ink pad, and I didn't want to get this too blended. I really don't want this to be purple, and I actually think it is kind of a little bit on the purpley side, but it's okay. I can knock that purple down. We're gonna fix things, okay? I'm a very we're gonna fix it type crafter, you know, happy accidents, no mistakes. The cool thing, you know, if you happen to do this and you don't like the color payoff that you're getting, go in with black soot, go in with walnut stain, go in with aged photo, and it's going to knock that color back a lot. But these colors are great and you know, blending into each other and giving kind of like a seamless ombre type of effect. So like it does look a little bit purpley to me. I don't hate it, but I don't want it like that. But it really does look good. It's definitely starting to look a little aged. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of do that just a little bit. Just a little. And I'm only going to do this on this side. I'm not going to worry about the other side. Doing kind of like rounding off those edges. Okay. And I'm going to go in with, I'm going to do a vintage photo because I feel like if I do anything darker than that, it'll really just kind of turn muddy. Excuse me, and I don't want that at all. Let's get this vintage photo loaded on its brush. And we're going to go yeah, it's definitely toning it down a good bit. So let's go ahead and, oh yeah, yep. It is, it's doing exactly what I thought it would do. It is toning it down. It's almost as if these edges kind of look like naturally burnt at this point, in my opinion. Let me get this loaded again. Perfect. Yep. Totally loving this. So here's the front, right? So I have the mahogany, the sapphire, came over it with vintage photo. So it's really giving me a nice layered, dark, earthy type color. So I can see the mahogany. I can see some of the blue still. And then you turn it around and that's what it looks like without that vintage photo. So I'm going to go ahead and do this on this side. Just give me a minute. I will be back. Okay. So now I have the edges inked on both sides. This did come out a little bit darker than what I wanted to. It's okay. I am not mad at it. Also, I started off with a really light kind of like cream color thread. And, you know, with all the inking, that's definitely darkened as well. So it gives it a nice little effect, I do believe. Now, I do want to take this a couple of steps further. So I want to add some stickers, maybe some embellishments of some sort. See what I have just in my hands reach, because my my office is a disaster. This is some really pretty lace. I really do like that, but I don't really like the center. Huh, that's pretty. Too big? Too heavy? Yeah, probably too heavy. Okay, not in here. Okay, give me a moment, please. I will be right back. Okay, so I pulled out some things to do a little bit of collage work on. Now, at first I was going to do it on that side, but I don't know if I'm going to. I might stick to this side with doing collage work. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of try to get a rough layout of how I'd want this down, actually. I really want to use some of this lace, so I just might lace that up there. Don't know if I want to put that there or not. Okay, I'm not going to think about it. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Okay, so I need to glue this down, and I'm just using Craft Bond glue because I don't, the Fabrifix, I don't think it's going to work well for this. So I think if I use this glue stick, I probably should not have any issues at all putting this down. And actually, I want to kind of give it a little bit of I'm kind of folding it in on itself. I don't want it to be like super straight, so I'm gonna make and create some wrinkles there. What I want. Okay. And actually, I may. Okay. I think I want to put this one down first. Oh, here we go. Here's the fun stuff. Oh, getting these stickers off. Backing. Okay. Through the videos that I've binge watched, the millions of videos. One moment. Because I was actually able to get that off just fine. But apparently, if you take a piece of tape and you put it on the backing and then you pull it away, you know, make sure it has a really good adhesion. And when you pull it away, it will pull the backing and the sticker apart. So thanks to all of you YouTubers who figured that out before me. Now I kind of don't like that. Okay. And then I had this laying on top. Right? Or do I want to lay this down first? Yep. I'm going to lay this down first. And we're going to put the rest on top. So here we go. I have this tape because I know these are notorious. There we go. Wow, look at that. These transparent stickers are so awful at coming off of their backing. So now I have to peel this off and hope it didn't damage because I grabbed the wrong side, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay. That is super shiny for the record. So shiny. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Okay. I am giving this a good smush with the finger to ensure that it's stuck down there. And that's actually why I decided to put this down first, because of the shine. I didn't want that to take hold of the whole finished look of it. And there are ways to bring that shine down. You can go over it with a little bit of Mod Podge or something. And the shine should come away a little bit. Okay. And then we have this. So this is definitely not how I roughly laid it out before, but that's okay. Man, oh man. I get this tape once again. So once again, you put the tape back there and get a good adherence to it. Maybe because I've already put my sticky fingers on these things, this tape is not going to be helpful to me right now. All right, there we go. Okay, and this is just a sticker of the moon. And I'm going to put it up there. Okay, and then I'm going to put that there. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to cut and come back. Okay, so I did cut it down to size. I just added some Fabri-Tac glue on the scalloped edge there. And we're going to apply it. When you're working with a lace like this, I always, I've found out that if you're gluing it down, it's best to kind of find the thickest part of the lace, if that makes sense, right? Because lace can be so intricate. So it's a little difficult gluing on that bit, right? But if you kind of glue down here, where there's a little bit more of that fabric kind of to adhere to, you shouldn't have a problem. I'm not going to glue the bottom part completely down. I just kind of want to have an anchor point. Okay, and since this isn't glued down, if I wanted to stick a tag under there, I totally could do that. Of course, I don't have one handy. That's okay. And I'm going to call this done. So we just decorated a little pocket together, just using some scrap paper and stickers and lots of ink and a sewing machine. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Like and comment the video. And thank you so much for joining me today.